Hi everyone, welcome back to the Web3 channel. My name is Zach. In this video we're looking at Coinbase's CEO going over the famous Coinbase advert that of course netted them some crazy results. I believe we saw roughly around 20 million visits on their QR code that of course they planted on advertising real estate at the Super Bowl very recently. We have of course actually uploaded all the Super Bowl commercials that we saw when it came to crypto, when it came to FTX, Coinbase, Meta, etc. That being said, let's have a look at this thread here because Brian Armstrong went through what happened and kind of got called out. We're going to go through everything right now. Let's jump into it. Some folks asked for details of how our Super Bowl ad came to be. Here is the quick backstory. For one, we bought it not knowing what we would do. Initially, an outside agency pitched us a bunch of standard Super Bowl ideas. I didn't like any of them. The standard Super Bowl ads tend to be gimmicky, celebrity cameo driven, going for a laugh, etc. Side note, it never made sense to me why I should like a product because a famous person got paid to say they like it. Okay, so we went back and brainstormed, came up with a bunch of wild ideas. Some of these we will do down the road, but didn't have enough time to produce. Think Apple 1984, some crypto native stuff, etc. We were running short of time, a few weeks, and one of the original ideas we had included putting a QR code at the end. This was partially inspired by Reddit Super Bowl, a commercial at the previous Super Bowl. Key insight was if you can only flash something on screen for a moment, people will Google it later. How do we get them from TV to phone to convert? Since we were almost out of time, we decided just to make the whole ad a QR code. Team came up with a DVD screensaver theme and commissioned a cool song from Trues, whose music I like. Submitted the ad for approval and got a lot of pushback on whether we could run it at all. I won't get into details, but it required some special meetings, indemnity, etc. They finally agreed and it turned out great. Our team did an amazing job of this last minute, and of course the production budget was tiny, less than 100,000. I guess there is a lesson here is that constraints breed creativity, and that as founders you can empower your team to break the rules on marketing because you're not trying to impress your peers at Adweek or wherever. No ad agency would have done this ad. 11. Still new to marketing. Do things that you think are funny or awesome, even if people tell you it won't work. Seem like a reasonable advice so far. Although we didn't work with a traditional ad agency, I'd be remiss not to mention the creative firm we worked with who actually created the ad, commissioned the song, got the clearances, etc. Honestly, felt like we were all one team, so I didn't fully realize it. Thank you. So, where did the calling out occur? Well, I became aware of this thread through Ryan Mack. Coinbase CEO wrote a long thread discussing how their Super Bowl commercial came out and suggesting that there are lessons in being non-traditional and not listening to ad agencies. But then he gets called out by Kristen Cavallo, sorry if I have the name wrong. It was actually inspired by presentations our agency showed your team on 8/18, I assume 18 August, pages 19 to 24, and 10/7, pages 11 to 18, with ad concepts for the Super Bowl with floating QR codes on a blank screen. For one, I can only imagine the feeling that she had writing this and trying to get this out respectfully on a Twitter message where you're limited to 280 characters. Pretty good going. And then of course Ryan put out, then after getting called out, because this tweet that you're seeing right here was posted at 5:58 p.m. This one on the other hand, 5:50, and then so on and so forth. So, 10 minutes later or whatever, not a huge deal, but definitely an interesting one to say the least. Although actually what it says here is, then after getting called out, I'll let you read it properly, whoops. Then after getting called out, he added a 12th tweet to his thread, 12 hours after his previous tweet to credit the creative firm, though not by name. Beautiful. That being said, that is basically the news when it comes down to Coinbase's ad. What are your thoughts on this? Let me know in the comments below. Not a massive deal on a massive scaled social justice point of view, but on a individual social justice point of view, and from an agency, it just isn't. It's not how you do things whatsoever. Is it surprising? Not really. But with that being said, what are your thoughts on this? Let me know in the comments below. I'd love to hear your take. That being said, this is the Web3 channel covering everything happening from crypto, NFT, and metaverse news. Have a great day, everyone. I'll see you in the next Web3 video.